Hello everyone. Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Welcome. We have Lumsy Souls. Lumsy, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Mommy T Varieties. Thank you so much for joining me. Oku, Deli, everyone here. Thunder Scorpion. Thank you so much. Cornelius, you all are welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight on my live stream. I really do appreciate every one of you. And actually, I didn't plan on making this live stream today, but on a second thought, I just thought this is something one need to lend a voice to. You know, a lot has been happening and a lot has been swept under the rug for years. But we thank God that some of us are speaking out, and not everyone is just going to keep quiet to this whole thing. Yeah, over the weekend we have Saga, serious Saga that blew the rooftop. Welcome, Amaka, Anthony, Chimaoku, Anthony, Dalorini, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. The Saga blew the rooftop, and it wasn't funny at all. When I got the first notification, I was like, whoa, not again, not apostle again, apostle and the news again. This one don't pass apostle, must hear this. This saga has been ongoing, and this isn't the first person that will ever come out to talk about this particular apostle. This isn't the second person, neither is it the third person. This has been ongoing, and then it got me thinking, how many more people are going to speak out before before this, this whole thing stops, before this whole mess stop? Is a kind of worm when you open what is happening. And what are we discussing? It is about apostle and the famous actress that has just come out to unleash the dragon right now, Halima Abubakar. Halima Abubakar is a Nollywood actress who has been acting for years, several years, and then suddenly she stopped when she fell sick. And this isn't just something, it's not like headache, malaria, typhoid kind of sickness that will just disappear. This is something really serious, and it's looking like spiritual and physical thing coming together to plague this young lady. And this is like a wake-up call to a lot of people, Christians especially, who believe that they have to go to church, they have to trust 100% on a particular man of God. You know, they have to rely on his prayers, his fastings, and his anointing and all that for them to get well, or for them to be able to live a perfect life. This is a lesson to everyone, to young ladies, to families, and to just everyone out there. I welcome you all once again. And what is the trending thing? Halima Abubakar came out over the weekend and on a live stream on Gist Lover, and not only on Gist Lover, Stella Demarcocos also carried it, and the princess was there to interview her, and a lot of other people came up on that live stream to talk about this, and the kind of thing she revealed going on between herself and Apostle Suleiman is worrisome. Like, it calls for worry. It's something that should trouble anyone listening to it. It's something that should worry everyone out there. It is something that when you hear it, you begin to question yourself. What has gone wrong with the body of Christ? What is going on with the body of Christ? What is going on with the Christianity as a religion, Christianity as a whole? What is going on? Who do you trust? How do you even begin to trust some people with all these things coming out? I'm not going to give out everything that was said there, because if you want to listen, you can go to Gist Lover and go to other places to get the details, because right now the case is in court, and the Apostle has sued Halima Abubakar for defamation of character, and is suing her for 1 billion. That's a lot of money. And what she said was that she has been in a relationship, according to what she said, she's been in a relationship with Apostle for years. I think the relationship lasted 6 years. And for that 6 years, when the relationship initially started, she was not aware at all that this man is an apostle, talk more of him being a married man. And she had no inkling that this is what is going on. And the relationship started and they were doing so well, they were going so smooth, the guy was caring, he was nice, he was sweet and all that, but along the line she found out, but as of the time she found out, it was already too late. And in the course of the relationship, she has had three pull like, I don't want to use the word, but she has gotten rid of pregnancy 3 times for him. And a lot of other disgusting things, like thank you for the share and the thumbs up. A lot of disgusting things, and the fact that the guy even goes to bed with her when she's on her floor, anytime she's bleeding. It's it turns the tummy, seriously. And according to what because I was on that live stream, she said a whole lot of things to Princess and everybody watching there. She said she's out to reveal the truth and she doesn't care what happens to her henceforth, but she's like trying to make a wake-up call to a lot of women out there to be careful that all that glitters is not gold. And women should be contented with what they have, and be careful who they go out with, make inquiries, ask questions, be careful, do not trust these people completely, and all whatnot. You see, those things she reviewed actually worried me, and I know it's something that worries a lot of people out there. This is her own side of the story, and of course Suleiman has not come out to give his own side of the story. Welcome Experience Africa. Suleiman is not yet out to give to reveal anything. All he did was to go to court and sue her. So the case is in court right now, and I don't know how far this will go. You all remember, I am doing good. You all remember during this time of Stephanie Otobo, the American-based woman that came out to say that she equally had something with Apostle for several years, and not just her. Some other Nollywood actresses have been out, their names are out there, and even though this young lady is trying to cover up some things, some names out there, she's saying she knows so many actresses in the industry that are equally going out with this. Now, we know the popular one right now, who is the main one, that her name is trending as we speak, and unfortunately, despite all these people coming up, both the one that has passed, we had Cafe too was one of the, and I also heard allegedly that Yabojo and so many people. I mean, the industry is becoming worrisome right now for young ladies who are not aware of the things going on. Just last week, Nedu came out and said certain things about the Nigerian Nollywood actresses, that the things they do behind closed doors is not the same acting that puts food on their table. That when you know the people they go out with, things they do, the things they compromise to get this money, you are going to be shocked. Let me say, personally, I know someone that went through something. Oh my God! You see, when you hear their names and the things they do, you'll be asking yourself, is it not the same acting that guys go out there and act, and then they also, they are struggling, they are doing their best, but when it comes to their female counterpart, they are busy driving big cars, building houses, buying houses, and doing all whatnot. And this revelation right now from Halima Abubakar is something that every parent needs to sit their daughter down, especially if she's in the industry, sit their daughter down and drum it down their head. Like, they need to just talk to their daughters. The society is messed up. People are messy. The kind of things they do it's troubling. It's troubling. Now, according to her, she didn't know that this guy is a pastor. And despite everything she said, I am not here to judge Halima Abubakar. Neither am I here to come and condemn Apostle Suleiman. That I leave him to God and his church members and those who believe in him, those who trust him, those who believe that the guy is straightforward and all that. But for Halima Abubakar, in all her confessions, one thing I can deduce is that she was, should I say, she was naive? She was desperate. No, not naive. She was desperate. But there is a question that has been begging for an answer. A question has been begging for an answer. If Halima said she's not aware that Apostle Suleiman, is a pastor, owns a church, is married for like how many years before she found out? Do you guys think she's really telling the truth? Do you guys believe Halima is telling the whole truth, saying she doesn't know? We are women. We are women. Okay, let's tell ourselves the truth. When you meet a guy, okay, and in this era of social media, the first thing you do is to check who this guy is, especially being that the guy is not a faceless person. He's on social media. His name rings a bell. When you Google the name Apostle Johnson Suleiman right now, it rings a bell. Like everything about him is going to pop up. So he's not a hidden man right from time, right from time. It's not as if this guy is a hidden person. Okay, let's assume that we don't have TikTok, we don't have Instagram, or we don't even YouTube has been there, Google has been there, and even Facebook has been there as far back as then when they started this relationship. So you can't be in a relationship as a woman and then you don't know who the guy you're dating is. No questions asked. You don't even his name. One of her friends came on the live stream and was saying that truly Halima didn't know that Suleiman doesn't know that Suleiman was a pastor or he's been married, and that at the time they were even suspecting that Suleiman, that the person Halima was dating is Dangote, and I'm like, seriously, you guys were suspecting it was Dangote because Dangote had money. That is to say, the way the pastor has been giving them money, the money is so big that it could only be from a business guy, from a rich guy, or from a politician. And one person they were thinking about is Dangote. He was one name they mentioned there. And I'm like, Aliko Dangote is a known face in Nigeria. Aliko Dangote is someone that everybody knows. I mean, even if you don't know the face, the least you can do as a woman is to go on Google, type in the name. You can't be dating somebody you don't know the identity. I mean, as at that time, Halima was not even a child. She's already a grown, full-fledged adult in the movie industry and doing so well for herself. She's a fantastic actress. It's not as if she's one naive young lady that was taken advantage of. That was taken advantage of. She's already a grown woman. Lumsey says as truly she might not know. Lumsey, you say she might not know. A lady of 25 years, okay, let's even give from 20 in today's world, okay, in today's social media era, will not just be dating somebody with such name and you are not hearing the name. The name is a name that rings bell. The name rings bells so much. Welcome the board files. Welcome Experience Africa. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Please kindly hit the like button and help me share out the stream. Let's have more people come in and discuss this topic. Okay, the name rings a bell right from time. Like almost everyone, if you're mentioning the man of God in Nigeria, Apostle Suleiman's name is name that rings a bell. You mention Adeboye, you mention Oyedepo, you mention Abioye, you mention Suleiman, you mention TB Joshua. Like that, these are big names. It's not a small church with small congregation. Okay, so that doesn't really sit down well with me, that she's saying she didn't know, and for long until she finally discovered it was too late, and they carried on with the relationship. Now, when she found out he was a pastor still, and found out that he's married, she didn't back away and continued as a side chick in this relationship for 6 good years. Me, I just the waka pass, so I beg, I don't know the stories of these people. Yeah, Lumsey, that 6 years, his name might not be ringing bell. The name might not be ringing bell during that period, but at least we have Google at that time. Okay, now why am I saying this? I want women to stop playing naive, stop acting as if we don't know anything. A lot of people are bashing her. Some are, like dragging her that she knew this and she deliberately walked into that relationship. When a man, shows you a sign that you don't understand, going to bed or wanting to sleep with you as a woman during your unsafe, I mean, during your menstrual period, I mean, shouldn't that worry you as a woman to ask questions? It's not as if you want to conceive and they say that that within this period and so period you can't conceive except during your menstruation, so you have to have intercourse with your husband. No, this isn't the case. This is a side chick, okay, to a married man, and this married man always want to have this when she is flowing. That should be the number one red flag that should have alerted her that something is amiss. At least then they give us gist, make we they forget the problem behind. They give us gist to where we forget the problem. But this one is worrisome, trust me. Do you know now that you talk about Google that my mind went there? Google has been there. Google, a rich guy that has money, you know, and then the rich guy comes, he gives a woman 1 million naira, for instance. 1 million naira. You don't know his identity. I mean, you want to know who is this guy. You want to know, is this guy married? You want to know the business this guy does for a living for him to be able to, you know, foot your bills, give you pocket money, take you out. Even when they go out, do they not go out? Do they not like hang out? Has she not mentioned the name to any of her colleagues? Does it mean in the industry she never mentioned the affair to anyone? This her friend in question was aware of the relationship. If, for instance, Halima Abubakar is naive, is the girlfriend also naive? I mean, the people they go out with, the people they all hang out with, that she mentioned that they all hang out together, they know him, and that they are all silent about the whole thing. They too should have even known. This name would have even rang a bell. And even let's assume she doesn't know. The first thing every young woman would do when a guy is throwing money is to want to know the identity of this guy. Not assume that, oh, maybe he's Dangote because she didn't mention the name or what. I know us women, when you're dating a man, you know, we want to tell our girlfriends, especially those girlfriends we confide in, like, chick, I met one big money bag. Oh, the guy says his name is this. The guy gave a huge amount of money. I don't know what the guy does. The first thing your girlfriend say, let us check him out. Did he tell you the business he does? Did he tell you where he resides? Did he tell you his state? Did he give you any detail? You don't just date someone without this information. Let's assume the relationship has kicked off, okay, properly. And then along the line, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months is enough time for you to want to find out the identity of this person that is bankrolling you. The identity of this big man, this rich guy that is giving you so much money. You want to know who the guy is, not just assume. Okay, now Halima Abubakar has been sick for how long now? She's been going to the hospital according to her, and they've checked, and they just cannot really pin down what is wrong with her. She has spent so much money. She has been bleeding non-stop. Bleeding, and then the bleeding will just stop a little bit, and then she continues bleeding. And some people were asking her, why don't have you checked if it is fibroid? Because fibroid can actually make women bleed so much. So some others are of the belief that this may not be spiritual, you know, this may be a physical, I mean, health challenge, that she hasn't really maybe gone to a good hospital for a good scan so that they can check what is wrong with her. Has she really gone to a good hospital to find out? And according to what the interview she had with Stella, you know, she confided in Stella and revealed some things. Stella was like, if this guy that she wanted money, and she's saying that the guy has given her some money, he didn't give her tangible amount of money to settle her, and he settled other women she know that he has been going out with. You know, he settled them, gave them good money. Some he bought them houses, others he gave them cars. But for her, he didn't give her anything. Then at the end of the day, she's going to go empty-handed, know that she's not going to have it, so she must drag him. That is from the side of Stella. Welcome, and Delicious Kitchen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Gist Lover has been trying to help her get sympathy. She has done 2 live streams with Gist Lover, and people are raising funds for her. And honestly, I pray that she gets better. She gets to the root cause of this health challenge, whatever it is that is troubling her. I pray that she finds solution to it. Because you need to see Halima Abubakar. Take a look at the thumbnail. She's one beautiful young lady, but look at what is remaining of this young lady. She's a mess. Hair's falling off, constant bleeding. Her face is, filled with acne here and there. She has really emaciated. She's not herself. She's a shadow of herself right now. Why am I making this live stream today? Women, this is not just on pastors. Women need to be very, very careful. Be careful. You see this thing called money. Money, they say, is the root of all evil. But it is the love of money that is actually the root of all evil. Money on its own is good. But desperation is one thing that has pushed a lot of women to go and, to go the extreme, go extra mile. Wine go, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, D, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Kindly hit the likes button. Wine go. Thank you. Oh, D, thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate you. Welcome. Thank you so much. So we are discussing Apostle and Halima Abubakar. For those of you who know these two stories, Apostle is the known man of God in Nigeria. He has lots and lots of members. His congregation is large and he has branches scattered all over Nigeria and also across outside Nigeria. So it's not just Nigeria. I know a lot of people in diaspora know this guy, and this isn't the first time that he is being in controversial, being on the news for controversial reasons, and this is not the first time women have come out to drag him out about illicit affair, with them. As for Stephanie Otobo's own, it lingered after a while. The case was settled. She came to the church. She apologized that some politicians were trying to use her against him, and then blah, blah, blah. Eventually, she went back, and then the whole thing is still out there, So it calls for worry that women allow the love of money, to override their sense of reasoning. Igwe Nwakibeya, welcome. Thank you so much, Igwe, for joining me. I appreciate you. Please kindly hit the like button. Thank you. So what do you guys think about this controversial topic going on right now? Do you think Halima is telling the entire truth? Do you guys think that this is truly a health challenge or a spiritual matter? Something that is more, there is more to it, like it's a spiritual affair, and he probably did something to her, because a man will be having intimacy with a woman when she's flowing for no just reason because he likes doing that, calls for worry. So let me hear from you guys. You can drop I'm dropping my link now. You can drop your opinion in the chat, and if you want to join in on the discussion on this, kindly let me know your opinion on this Halima and Apostle on the news right now. Apostle has sued her for defamation of character. He has sued her that she is messing them, but this isn't the first person. Remember, guys, she isn't the first. A lot of names have been mentioned in the Nollywood industry, and some we heard have been silenced, like with money. Others, have decided to keep their cool because they don't want to drag this whole thing. But Halima, maybe it's a fear of maybe passing on in case if anything happens to her. She wants to come out with her entire truth, say the truth about what has happened between her and the Apostle. And I know some church members will not believe this. Of course, everybody believes that their pastor, their man of God, their spiritual leader is perfect. No one is, they don't want to believe that they can ever do something like this. And when you talk, they say, touch not my anointed and do my prophet harm. While others will say, do not judge, lest you be judged. Let God be the judge. Let God be. But for how long? Lives are being wasted. People are dying. Young ladies are disappearing. Young ladies are dying. People are coming out to speak. And even when they speak, these congregations, of course, a lot of them will never, ever believe, So what do you guys think about this ongoing saga between Apostle? I know a lot of you here, many of you here, if not all, go to church, okay? I don't know. I've never been to Apostle Suleman's church before, but I've been to several churches, and the things I saw really made me decide to retrace my step and know God for myself. What do I mean by that? I actually stopped attending any church for my sanity, for my peace of mind. I retraced my step. I withdrew from every church because the things I saw worried me. The kind of things I heard worried me. And I said, since I don't know who to trust, I don't know who to believe, it is better I just take myself away from all these churches. and just be safe, knowing that it is just God alone I am serving. Lumsy, you jumped on the link. Please, can you kindly hit on the link again? I don't know why you fell off. Can you kindly hit on the link again and come up on this discussion? Thank you. Dee said she never heard about this apostle. Really? Apostle Suleiman? Okay, if you just put Suleiman, Apostle Suleiman, Johnson Suleiman, his name is going to pop up. Like, this guy is a popular person. And as for Halima Abubakar, you may say, yeah, Halima is not that popular because she was acting back in the days, not now. She's not been in the movie industry for some years now, and this is due to what happened to her. She stayed away, like no director want to work with her anymore, or no producer want to work with her anymore. She's really a mess right now. She is a shadow of herself right now, and I don't think she can really act any movie again for now until she's fine and well. Welcome, Lumsy. Thank you so much for joining on this discussion. I appreciate you. Grace Adelaga, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. So, Wanyoma, let me ask you. You were saying this lady may not know that, might not have known that our apostle is a pastor then, and that he is even married. Let me hear why you said that.
Yes. First of all, I want to talk about what she's going through, as in the blood issue and all that. You will not believe it. If you go to my channel 1 year ago, I made a video talking about a lady that went through the same thing that she's going through now. That this is not, what do I call it? She was complaining to me and trying to, if I can help her, how, just a young girl. Anytime this man makes love to her, she will start bleeding.
And that was what Halima said. Whenever he makes love, she will start bleeding. And he even likes making love to her when she's bleeding.
Yes. And this man will be giving money to the mother. She is a widow. And this type, all these people, so she was just a young girl. This man picked her when she was in secondary school. And the mother accepted it because she does no money. And this is the same thing Halima is going through. The mother is going through what I don't know. So she's hell bent on getting the money and taking care of the mother. You know, all these kind of things. And why I said that she might not know. See, I don't know how to put this thing, but looking at that 6 years ago, I know that some girls can, they might see a man that is taking care of them. They don't even care. All they know is the money is there, the money is coming. You're just gallivanting, doing this one, doing that one. They don't even care until these things will start coming out. A lot of women are so vulnerable, especially from what I heard her talk about. They are taking the mother, they're taking her for this surgery and that one. That can make it, all
from one
things
hospital
can blind
to
her
the
eyes.
other.
I'm telling you. And I know some people that I know, like 2 girls that were going out with some men of God that didn't know that they were men of God. That I know, like 2 girls, and were going out with some men of God that didn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Welcome, yes. Oyoyo. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So I want to ask you, Lumsy, are these men of God known men of God, or they are not popular men of God?
See, you might know, like me, as I am here. I am hearing Apostle Suleiman. I don't know him if I see him.
But so the name rings a bell to you.
I know the name now, but I don't know who he is. That's the truth. And these people that I'm telling you that some men of God were going out with, they didn't know until after a while that they went to a particular church and they saw, not even going to a particular church, on the road, they were passing on the road and they saw the picture of the guy on the road.
Okay,
you know, I'm telling you, you know these people I'm talking about.
See, am I different what Lumsy is saying? But before I
welcome,
say something,
Wanyoma. How did it go? Hope it went on fine. I had to leave you at the time to prepare.
I know. I messed up my screen. Right now, I can't see comments. So Everybody in the chat room, Tuale, for all of you, thank you for always supporting this beautiful lady here.
Thank you. Welcome, Trending Gist. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone in the chat. Why you said you differ from your opinion differs from what Lums is saying.
Yeah, okay. But I first of all want to ask a question. So this Halima's relationship, I want to believe it ended before COVID, right?
Yes.
Around that time. So it was just 6 years ago from COVID. So we're looking at 2020. 6 years ago would have been 2016, right? Or 2015.
No, I think they started before 2016. Like it ended 2016.
Okay, ended 2016. Okay, fine. All right. For anybody that was in Nigeria or in Nigerian, you understand, as of 2012, and saying that Pastor Suleiman was not known is not being honest. You don't need to know somebody physically in the sense that you interacted with the person to know Apostle Suleiman.
Oyoyo, I don't know him. You're talking about 6 years ago. I'm saying even up till now, I don't know him.
Up till now, you don't know
but
him.
You know, have you seen his picture?
You've never heard
Have you seen his picture?
No, I don't know him.
And you've never heard anything about him?
You said?
I think you've not heard anything about him on social media?
It's from social media I hear things. I don't know him. If you bring his picture, I don't know him.
I don't know him either. I've never met him. I know him from social media. So that's how I got to know him. From social media. And how did I meet Apostle Suleiman? When I was in 2013 was the first time I saw his video, because my secondary school mate posted a video where he came to their church in Spain. You get it? I've never met this man. I've never followed him when I was in Nigeria. But how do you get to know somebody? Where I said I must differ here is this. Halima at the time was not 17. She was not 16. She was not 14. She was not 10. A full-grown Nollywood actress will tell me a man is checking you out, so you're not checking the man up. Who does that? Halima should come up with another story, please. She should cook up another one that will look like real. If a man, when I was in Lagos, I was a single woman, right? If a man is asking me out, the first thing, can I have your number? Right? That's what a man will say. I say, I'm sorry, why do you ask for my number? Let's assume I liked him and I'll give him my number, right? And then he will call me. I will get to know his full name from before I even give him my number. Why do you want what's your name even? And then he will tell me all his name and what do you do? He will tell me, cook and book story, that he's one CEO in one company. I will buy it because at that time I don't know him, right? It's now left for me as a full-grown adult to do my due diligence. Okay, he told me his name is Apostle Suleiman Johnson. I can ask question who Suleiman Johnson is. Let's assume Lumsey is my friend in Nigeria. I'll say, Chick, wait, babe. There is this guy I just met today. I like him. Honestly, do you think you know anything about this man? Do you have an idea? Most people have not heard about that name. Okay, maybe he's not a big shot.
And you know, she never said he gave her a fake name. She never said he even gave her a fake. So that he gave her his true name. So it was left. It's not left for her to go and find out who this man is. And again, do you get what I'm saying? Eh?
Yeah.
You may not have met him. I haven't even met him before.
I don't know him physically.
I just told you in the comment section that even when you said if anything, she would have gone on Google and searched for that. I'm telling you the honest truth. I like to be real. I am telling you the honest truth. It just occurred to my mind. If somebody tried that you can actually go on Google to go and search. This is just crossing my mind. And I'm telling you.
Yeah, okay.
So
what Lams is saying is real because most people in Nigeria, we even think about it.
Yeah. Won't think about going to Google. Yeah, won't think about going to Google to search.
Yeah,
or maybe even Facebook. The one I did years back is to go on Facebook. If you tell me your true name, what I want to do is to go on Facebook to check if you're on Facebook.
That's a good thing. But let's assume, there was no Facebook, no any of those popular at the time, I would have called Lumsy as my girlfriend. Babe, there is this man that is checking me out. Lumsy will now put two and two together. She will tell me, no, I've not heard about him. I will call Spice. Spice, wait though. This man, there is this man checking me. You say, okay. Spice said, did you check anywhere? You don't find. How did you meet the man? Then I will say I met him at the grocery store, maybe at the supermarket. Spice is okay. Is he gonna call you? When he calls, ask him what he does for a living, right?
Which is the first thing women, because because of you, the first thing women do ask, who is that guy? Where does he work? Ojibwego, does he have money? If he has money, what? Like the friends said, they were thinking it was Dangote. I'm like, what the?
Let's act it out. Let's act it out. You
okay. Lumsy, you are one of the friends. I am a friend. And then the person is Oyoyo.
Ask him what he does. He will now call me and say, you know what? I just credited your account with 5 million. I say 5 million. I say, wait. I will call Lumsy. Lumsy, that man I told you yesterday. Hey, babe, 5 million don't land my account. Lumsy will scream. Oh, girl, you don't hammer.
Babe. Now Dangote, is it Dangote? Is this guy Dangote? Like a guy that can give you 5 million naira? This guy must be Dangote.
Nigerians, we have 2 phones in Nigeria, or more than 2. Spice to say, ask him what he does. Why ask him? I said, okay, girls, wait, just slow down. I will now ask her, wait, thank you for the money. I wasn't expecting it, but wait, what do you even do? He will tell me he was doing what? Who will now fill in that place? What did he say he was doing to Halima? Did he say he was a CEO? Did he say he was a
No, he didn't say anything.
I'm not talking about Facebook inquiry here. I'm talking about friends inquiries. Let's be real.
In the industry, Halima has close friends. Halima has close friends in the industry. Lumsy, you remember I was saying, this is Nollywood now. At least in the industry, Lumsy, you have a couple of friends you confide in, okay? In the industry there, if you don't, at least you must have like 3 close friends or even up to 5 that you party, you club, you do things with. That, you guys hang out with when you catch new bobo. You get that kind of a thing. Let's go and chop. This guy is in town. The guy has money. Girlfriend, let's go chop his money. And then at least a friend will say, who is the guy? You cannot say, I don't know him. How can you not know somebody and you want to go and chop?
No. Hold on. Initially, let me just believe initially that she didn't know who the guy was. And when the money started coming in, even if she now confided in the friends, and they now know that Suleiman is the pastor, with all the money coming in, with all the problems they have in the family, she doesn't care anymore. She don't chop the money. She doesn't care anymore.
Now you're talking the thing, Lumsy. Lumsy, you got it now. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Initially, she did not know. But when she found out, she continued to chop the money because of money. She continued to get the money because of her family problem. You see? That is where greed comes in.
And I was talking about this, her bleeding. A man makes love to you as a grown adult, and as a woman, you are bleeding. You didn't call for consign or even confide in anyone to say this thing seems weird, like it's off. I've never had a guy make love to me and I bleed, and then or a guy who wants to constantly want to make love to me whenever I am bleeding. How did he find out when she's bleeding? Like the timing of her menstruation. Does he call to say, are you on? I don't get it. Because the whole story somehow it's like a cut and join. I'm not understanding that aspect of bleeding whenever she makes love and then whenever she's in her period. Lumsy, you are saying something. I can't hear you.
I want to come in here as somebody that have seen, witnessed these things she's talking about. Now, this lady that I told you about, immediately these things happen. When she starts bleeding, the guy will take that is the highest taking care of. Then you know me now. You know that time this thing was in a hotel. Anytime this girl's this thing starts, he will take her to the hotel, take absolute care of the girl, pamper her to the highest. But as long as she's bleeding, he's okay. He will take care of her, make sure everything. One of those times, the girl will come out and be telling me, Auntie, please, I'm even bleeding as I'm talking to you now. I don't know what to do. He has taken me to this place and he has told me, taking care of me, doing everything. When I advised her, stop now, why don't you? She said, the mother is so, she's sick, she's sick one. The man is taking care of them. The man puts her in, what's the name of this big school? What's the first name of this first school that is big? That they were paying 500 then. This same period.
University.
Yes. The guy
Covenant.
started taking, yes. That's the school the girl went to. That's the school this guy was paying. And paying for the mother, built houses for the mother. She didn't know how to live. And she was going through all this. She didn't, she was telling me that she didn't even know how to tell the friends what she's going through. But the friends knows that the guy is giving her money. But they didn't know what she's going through.
She kept it away from her friends.
She kept that side away, that particular this thing away from the friends. But she was telling them the money, this one, that one. So now it's not only about greed. It's the girl thinking, if I stop this, who will take care of my mother? Who will do this one? Who will do that one?
How is she sure? Lumsey, welcome, Rosie Cash. Thank you for coming. Please, guys, as you come in, kindly hit the like. Please hit the like for your girl, okay? Thank you so much. And join in on this discussion. The link is there. If you want to jump in, let us discuss, because this thing, it's getting out of hand. Like every day, one case, every day another, every day, new cases. Okay, now, Lumsey, Oyoyo, how are we sure this guy isn't the one doing something that will make the family rely or depend on them for financial assistance? You know, it's just like, how do I put it? He's causing the problem and bringing solution, making it look like he's the Messiah, the Savior.
Host, he might not be causing the poverty. Maybe he already figured out this family, they are poor, they cannot help themselves.
No, I love this on what Lumsey is saying concerning the girl's mother being sick and not getting any better.
Was the girl's
for the girl's case, the guy already knows this woman that she sells bole, and she knows the daughter. So he started with when the girl was in secondary school and started paying for the school fees for the girl. The girl, he started paying for school fees and giving the mother money for school fees. And after a while, when she came to 17, the mother started saying, this man likes you, this one, that one. And that was how the girl accepted the relationship as somebody that the mother introduced her to. So this before even the girl started eating the money herself, the mother has already started eating more money.
The mother was the one that introduced the girl to that man.
Yes, the girl used to be, when she comes back from school and come to the mother's place where she's selling, and she will see the man. The man will take care of it. She would tell her, this man gave me this one, or he gave me that one, he bought this one. So somebody that is already taking care of the mother. You know what to do.
Lumsey, fast forward. How is the girl doing today?
My dear, fast forward, I don't know.
I'm hearing already. Fast forward.
Yeah, when was the last time you actually spoke to her or she got in touch with you concerning this case?
Years back. I think I said what happened in that video that I did. I can't remember, but I didn't keep in touch. After she told me that thing, the truth, the whole truth about the thing, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to advise, and I distanced her. Because I don't believe that people can be doing juju and all that. So I distanced her. If she comes to the hotel where my salon was then, I would find a way and avoid her. But that's where the guy brings her anytime she's going through that. He will come and
this world is deep. Things are happening. Believe anything now. believe anything now. This world is deep, my dear. You know,
I'm
Longzy,
telling you.
you know, I told you that I stopped going to church. You already know that for years. That's because of my experience with some of these
I'm
people.
telling
And, you know, sometime last year when we were talking about this, I told you, I said, see, I was even telling Oyoyo, was it yesterday? I am not going to anyone again because I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who is genuine and who isn't genuine. And look at this case of Halima. Eh? A lot of people in the industry are seeing this same person. Rebecca, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Many are seeing this particular apostle. They know. She has even introduced some of her friends to him. And these people know. She says she's not going to call names. Just she leave them that anybody that wants to come out and open up or say the truth is left for them. But she wants to save herself first and say her truth. Welcome. Thank you so much, the People's Choice. I appreciate you for joining. Please kindly hit the like button. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for that thumbs up, okay? So a lot of ladies in the Nollywood industry believe, and some are saying Halima is just being jealous or she's trying to get back at the guy because he didn't settle her. So at this point, we don't even know what to believe, if it is more of spiritual thing or she's having health challenge due to the multiple things she has done for the guy. And then the guy having intercourse with her whenever she is in her, you know, whenever she's flowing. I don't know the medical, I mean, the health challenge, the consequences of that, a woman, you know, having intercourse during her flow. I don't know the side effects of that. Okay, so could that be a problem that she is facing right now? Could it be due to multiple abortions that she has done for him? We don't know, that she said she has done for him. Welcome, Vicky's Corner. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. It is really sad seeing this young lady deal with something nobody can really say if it's spiritual or a health issue, like something physical, not spiritual. We don't know, you know. So if it's something spiritual, that means she has a big fish to fry. This other lady passed on, was last year, Kathy, and I heard she is also one, you know. Stephanie is still alive. Stephanie is not going through any health challenge. Stephanie Otobo, and this other lady as well. So it is just something confusing at this point. If it is a spiritual thing she's dealing with, which she will need, what other man of God will she even go to for deliverance? If it's a spiritual thing, who do you trust? Who can she really trust with her health right now, with her life right now, to deliver her? I don't know the real men of God in Nigeria as it stands now. I don't know those who are genuine and those who are not genuine. Like I told you several years ago, there's one apostle that is in jail right now. The apostle has been behind for the last time I checked, for 5 years now. Okay, he's still behind in Kirikiri. The apostle is there, and I was one of the members of his church. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kathy is dead for 5 years now. Okay, yeah, for long now. So this guy is in Kirikiri as we speak, and he's there because of fetish things like this. That one is that he uses teenagers, okay, and he will get these teenagers pregnant. He will take them to a particular doctor that will do the removal. And I don't want to be using the word abortion, you know, and then they will remove the fetus and then go to do some spiritual things like that with the fetus. So it kept on going until one of the young girls, just like Halima is crying out now, came out while she was sick and bleeding non-stop. This young lady is a teenager, like she's 14, 15 as at that time. She continued bleeding non-stop until the doctors had to call the mother, like, okay, oh, this is it. The mother took this teenager to another hospital, and then they confirmed that something has been tampered with, that her womb has been messed up. The last this thing they took the girl to go and do, she had complications. This is a child of 15 years. She had complications, and the mother had to start questioning this little girl. I know this girl in question. I know the mother in question. I know this pastor in question. I attended the church for years. So that's why sometimes we have to be careful. And then the mother knew this girl, knew how close this girl was with the apostle. You know, he likes children, he likes teenagers around him. when the mother started questioning, this little girl opened up and told the mother everything that has, been going on between her and the apostle, and that she isn't the only one. Prince Will Basil is his name. You can Google it. You will see him on Google. The guy is in Kirikiri as we speak. And she said she isn't the only one. She mentioned the names of other young teenagers that the pastor is equally doing this whole thing with. Okay, and where they usually take them to in Mararaba, Nyanya. Close to that Nyanya junction, there is a quack doctor along that, in that Maraba Nyanya, where the doctor resides. So that is where the pastor, the apostle, takes them to. And when this girl finished her confession, not long, she passed on. The mother was mad. That was when she took it up and then started making inquiries. We all followed the whole thing up. The guy tried using his money to cover the case. They will get him arrested. He will come out. They will get him arrested. He will come. But finally, it took the grace of God and some other non-governmental organization to team up together and have a strong case against this apostle that is languishing in Kirikiri as we speak. Welcome, Rosie Kesh. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, Wanyoma. Good to see you. Omalicha, happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, sis. Good evening. Good evening, Lumsy. Yeah. Good evening, Sister Yo. You guys, I'm kind of even busy now. I just said, let me call in before I go back to the background. So the thing I feel like is a lot of hi, Sister Yo. I've missed you guys. I became village guy. I stayed in the village for the longest time.
You were having fun. You were enjoying village life.
I wasn't. We buried my father-in-law and a lot of things were just going on. It was not fun.
My sympathy about your loss.
Thank you.
So sorry for your loss. Accept my deepest condolences.
Thank you. So I just had a lot of things to say about this issue. I feel like for Halima, in fact, the last video I even made, I didn't talk about Suleiman because if you ask me, I will not say he's not a pastor because people are being pastored by him. But I feel like he's a very indisciplined person because if Halima is talking about these things from 2009 and up until now, we still know that he's still doing these things behind closed doors. You understand? Like, I don't think he has stopped finally. And also, if you see his comments on issues, the way he talks about things, you just know that he's somebody who has always had to do whatever he had to do. And obviously, with the length of time this thing has been going on, you can tell that maybe the woman he's married to is an enabler. You understand? That's her own is even out of that because you cannot, the number of Nollywood ladies they call, let's assume that they call 30 ladies and he didn't do anything, all of them. At least half of them. Do you understand? It's not only you that is pastor in Nigeria. Then let's go to Halima's matter, which is the one that is crying on the social media. The day she was on that live stream with Gislova, I was on that live stream for almost 2 hours. I used to be on live streams. Most of the time I cannot comment because I'm very busy. So I was watching this live stream on Instagram and there were over 20,000 people in that live stream at almost 1 a.m. in the night. I made recordings live from the live stream. Yes. If Gislova cuts the live stream, and let's say the thing ends abruptly and comes back again in 3 minutes, there'll be 10,000 people on live. 3 minutes, 10,000.
I saw a video of a young lady that was sleeping with her phone. The sister recorded her. She was sleeping. She was waiting for Gislova to come back and she slept off.
I'm telling you. So who were all those people? It's not only Nigeria. It's people that have done stuff with him that are scared that she will not call their names. You get what she did, apart from the fact that I don't like this whole, I feel like the whole thing is dragging. I like that when they called Mercy Johnson, other people, she refused to talk about it because I think she keeps on saying, I'm telling my story. If you don't tell your story, it's for you. You understand? Because some of these people, maybe they've moved on from what they did. Since she has not moved on. And I just feel like for Halima, it's a case of wasted years. She's a bitter woman right now. She's a scorned woman. She's somebody who had a booming career. When she was talking, my heart broke for her because, not because of what she's going through for Suleiman, I feel like, not trying to judge her or anything, I feel like she was an adult and had her eyes open when she was messing up her life. You understand? But if you used to watch Nollywood way back, Halima was one of the best actresses. She delivers roles, everything. And now, because of money that you could have probably made with your gifts, you followed man. And you know how these Nollywood ladies do this thing? When they start following these men that shower them with money, they stop acting movies. You see them a lot. When they start following these men that give them money, they don't want to go to Asaba to act 150K movie anymore. They don't understand that even if, let's assume that you want to be waka with men, do your job. It's like a banker quitting because she met big sugar daddy. Do your job. That job is your face. It's like Destiny Etiko now. You can't say anything about Destiny Etiko, but Destiny is always busy. Destiny Etiko is always busy. So even if they say she followed plenty men, I will not say she did not follow. I'm not in her house, but she's always busy. She's always
Even
doing
if
her
the
job.
money is little, you
Yes,
are still etching your name.
she's
You're
built
still
her brand, and that is
doing your
why
job.
Destiny
You
is
still want to
always
remain
getting.
relevant in the industry.
That's why she's always getting brand endorsements. People know her. She's in our faces. Last year, if you on African Magic, it's as if Destiny paid them to show her movies. Because if you watch 4 movies in a day, Destiny is in all of them. You understand? She's busy. But we see most of these girls, when these guys start sponsoring their lavish lifestyle, they stop acting. Now, the only money you earn is the one this guy gives you. Now, you're not investing because you feel like he's going to be there at your beck and call every day. But that's not true.
No
The more special
investment.
girls comes, since he's a waka waka man, he will move on to them. The thing with Halima is that Halima refused to be left when she was left. You understand? She refused to leave. Even though she said that at the time
How
that
can
when
she leave if she's going through all this, if she's sick and she's suspecting that someone is behind it, and this same person that is behind what she's going through is not even showing any concern, he's not
that's what
trying
I'm
to help
saying.
her in any way,
The whole thing
it's
with
difficult for her
Halima,
to move on.
I empathize with her and I know how brave it is for her to come out and share her story because people have gone through worse and they will not share their story. You understand? She could have stayed there and died in silence. You understand? So I empathize with her. But the truth is, if you look at it, Halima was even more about money. Even look at that live video talking about money, money, money. Oh, when people were now saying, "Have you stopped bleeding?" She now say she has stopped bleeding, but she has to get what of her mental health therapy. So now people should pay for your therapy. Do you get? It's still
They
about money for
already
Halima.
contributed money for her.
That's what I'm saying. She really wants money, and Nigerians are nice. People are going to contribute for her. What I'm just saying is that people should learn from her story because 2009, this is 2023, over 1 decade, one man is the only thing. Even one man has been holding your life down. You get, and it's not only her. Now I think other people that have followed him part time, they are balling, they are doing well. Now they say Daniela has a baby for him and she's living a lavish lifestyle. Daniela hasn't acted any movie in over 5 years because I used to like her movies. She has not acted in over 5 years. You see? But they are good actresses. But when these men start giving them money, they stop. Before you know, when these men stop giving them money, they come back to this movie. And by that time, you are forgotten. You start from the scratch again. Do you understand? I think for Halima, Halima was somebody who, I don't know if it was unfortunate to go and fall in love with somebody's husband. You know, you get mind. Because you are tattooing somebody's husband's name on your hand. You get. That's how much the love was.
She said Apostle
I didn't
wanted her
know.
to keep the pregnancy, which she refused to keep.
And so you
And
know your
that
guys, a
was
lawyer
what
will even
got.
tell you guys, since that means she's losing her court case gradually. The thing that was supposed to be her point in court, she has said it in live video. Because now you cannot say that the man forced you to terminate stuff. Because the man, according to you in the live stream, he wanted you to keep it, but you decided to terminate it. You get, so let's assume that it's the termination that made her now sick. That means you caused the sickness for yourself. This is me trying to be logical, though. It's not about emotions in this. When you go to court, the judge will not be crying for you. Since Suleiman is suing her for 1 billion or whatever. So when they go to court now, judge will ask you, did he ask you to take out this thing? You say, no, I did it myself. And now I'm having health issues because of what I did. Sadly, I just feel like she wasted
the
her
thing
time
is
with
that
that
she
guy.
couldn't have done the termination by herself. The man would have said you have to take it out, and there will be a credit alert to do that. Okay, if she's smart and she has a good lawyer, she has a good case.
Okay.
And also when it
No,
comes to
but Oyoyo, she said he didn't want her to take it out.
Oh, she
said
that
she doesn't want to.
On live stream. On
Yeah,
live video.
she took it out herself, and he was
on
he
live
was
video. She
angry
kept
at
on
her
saying
for
it
that.
that he wanted her to keep it. That when she was, he'd be crying. That he was crying that she should keep it. That she was the one that went and took it out. She said it on live video more than once.
Whoa.
On live, not hearsay. Her mouth was moving when she was saying it. So she kept on, like, it's just a whole messed up situation. I feel like she lingered with him for the longest time because even in 2019, the one she said her hand, Stella Dimokokos, I don't know how to pronounce that name, when he gave her 3.5 million. I think the issue is just whenever he gives her money. And she said, I didn't even enjoy the fame. I feel like the sickness started quite early. You understand? Started quite early, and maybe the money she was getting from him was going to treat herself.
Let me say her. If she did not enjoy the relationship, I would be very happy if she did not enjoy it, because She was there making another woman cry, wet her
Yeah.
tears, and you're not supposed to enjoy that relationship. Anybody, any woman that is making another woman cry should have a miserable relationship with that man you're sleeping with. That's
Oyoyo,
Exactly.
Lumpy, Rosie,
Eh?
I was reading two comments, the comment section, and someone said, why would she not even be sick? That do we even know if it is the prayer of the wife that is working on this woman? Any woman that will go to bed with my husband, may she continue to bleed till she leaves this world.
I
So a
second
lot of
that.
these ladies don't even have any self this thing, because that her friend, I told you I watched this live stream till it ended. Her friend who called in said something. She said, make una leave this talk. What if Halima wanted to marry Suleiman as a second wife? I said, how can Suleiman, a pastor, want to have a second wife? You knew that he didn't stand a chance to be a second wife as long as his first wife was still married to him. Now, Halima said initially she didn't know that he was married, but after a few years, she knew, and probably he played the whole separation game. I feel like maybe when she found out, I don't know if that's true, she had gotten deep into it, and the money he was giving her was too much for her to live. It's always about the money for a lot of these
Offering and
ladies.
It's
tithe
all
in the
about the
money.
money. It's
Yes,
greed.
and I
Even
feel like
Everything.
this
tithe and
goes back to
offering.
parents, because she keeps on saying that he was calling the mother. And the mother will tell her, no, and when she wants to break up with him, he will call her mother, and her mother will now, intervene and all those things. And apart from the fact that they are Muslims and everything, maybe they can marry multiple. It just goes to show
They
that
can.
sometimes you see parents these days, anything, your child will bring money from anywhere, you will collect. You will collect, no discipline. When Spice It Up was talking about the lady, I think I was hearing a story. I was in the kitchen when you were talking about somebody giving the mother money and all those things, paying for school fees. I think somebody
Yeah.
was talking about
Yeah,
paying
no,
for
yeah,
school
that
fees
was
for
Lumpy
somebody.
telling the story of a lady that got in
Okay,
touch with her.
yes. I remember when I was in school, I saved my pocket money one time to, as good daughter. I was going home, I bought my mom a handbag. They used quarrel and follow me with the handbag. Where did you get money to buy a handbag from? It was quarrel. I never bought anything for my mom again till I started collecting alawi for NYSC. Do you get? Is it that she did not need handbag? She needed handbag. She wanted her daughter to buy her handbag. It's not like she had a whole shelf of handbags. You understand? But basically, if you, as in, you don't have enough money to be buying handbag, the one will send you for pocket money, use it for basic things in school. But parents are being, as in your child who you know is unemployed in this Nigerian economy is buying you a car, and you are dancing more boogie at manwa. What are you dancing for? What are you dancing for? It's not like, okay, she married a big man that is sponsoring lifestyle. You know that she's not even in a relationship that is waka waka. You are dancing that she bought you a car. So the thing, it goes down to
Waka
parents, because
waka.
they are enabling children. Gone are those different parents who make children feel like, oh, if you cannot account for your money, don't bring it back home. You get? I remember the time I bought a BlackBerry phone, then I went back home for holiday. I hid that phone till I went back to school. I used to hide it. I was in university. I will go back home, I will hide it. I will be charging this phone, I will hide it under the chair. Nobody saw that phone till I went back home. You understand?
Because
You
you
don't
will
even
have to
get.
account for it. Who gave you?
I will
Where did
hide
you
the
get the
phone.
money from?
I will hide, because even when you use, I would say, because I was lucky. It's not like my parents had everything, but at least I was not looking for money in school, you get. And it also helped, you understand? And it just goes to show, like, I think for the kind of life I had, seeing that, okay, they didn't have so much, but they tried to give me much. So I always try to, my whole mindset is hustle, so that I know that children will always do what they want to do sometimes, but try to give your child a soft life that you give them very little opportunity to be doing waka waka, even though sometimes in life you will hustle, you no go pay. You understand? But let's pray that our hustles will pay and we'll be able to do for our kids. You get? Because all this poverty mentality, I don't want to say it's poverty of the mind. That is not poverty of it's poverty of the mind, because sometimes people have, but they will still do anything. You see big men's children, like some of these, I will not call names because it's accusations. Some of these ladies, big men's children, they will still accuse them of following people's husbands. So what are they looking for? Their fathers are multi-millionaires, so they are celebrities in Lagos. People will still accuse them of following people's husband to Dubai, but your father is living a soft life. So where all these things, they don't even add up. So it just
I
goes to
want
show
to
that
ask
parents,
her.
yeah.
I want to ask her. Welcome, definitely try to Olivia. Please, guys, if you're watching, kindly hit the like button, okay? Smash the like and share out the stream. Join in on this conversation. Do we see Halima Abubakar winning this case, or Apostle Suleiman is gonna like nail her, because this thing is the court, as we know, doesn't admit. The court doesn't admit spiritual evidence. Okay, there is nothing like the court doesn't recognize spirituality. Everything has to do with physical evidence. So, with all these things Halima has come out to say now, and the apostle suing her, what do you guys think is going to happen to Halima when the case goes to court?
If Halima has a very good lawyer, I'm not talking about the charge and bail. When I mean a sound lawyer that knows his onions, Suleiman is not getting a dime in terms of anything. You know why? If that lawyer can be able to call 2 to 3 witnesses, I mean women, you get it? Stella Otobo will volunteer to come if she's invited. She will volunteer to come. You get it? And if there are other women that can also be witnesses to Halima, or those that were in the way she was in the relationship with the man, they were also accomplices in the sense that they benefited from this man.
But they don't want to. They don't want to. They are all removing their, even the Stelotobo you talked about. Remember when her own case was on? I don't know what happened. Eventually, he was able to silence her. She came to church and made a public apology to the entire congregation.
She said it was her mother. It was her mother that made her do that. Right now, Stella was calling Suleiman out as of last year. Okay, so we don't know if they have settled again. But if the lawyer can get concrete evidence from Halima, because it's like they kept notes, they kept chats, they kept conversations and all of that. If they can pull those things out, that is evidence against thing. But the another angle you look at it, as of the time of the friendship, Halima was not a minor. She was a full-grown adult who's supposed to know what is right and what is wrong. So if a man asks you out and all of that, and secondly, because she did not say it was after the abortion that she started having those medical issues, but she said while they were when they were in the relationship, each time a man gets down with her, she started doing that. That cannot be verified. If there is no medical, scientific anything to justify it, it will just be she said, he said. So she will lose on that one, but not everything. She's not going to lose on everything.
Well, that is if she kept chats, if she kept proof, evidence of their conversation, of which I don't know. You know how these things work. You are dating someone. Some people are not thinking about keeping any evidence when the going is good, not expecting anything to go wrong at all. So if she kept any evidence, any concrete proof to show that there was something between them, and especially when she started having this health challenge, and the conversation, what he said, what she sent to him, if she's been to any clinic, if she forwarded any results, scan or test result to him, all these things are what will, she can use to fight her case.
The medical records are there. The medical records are there. She can go to the hospital and ask for her medical record. All the hospitals she has used, she can go to those hospitals and ask for her medical records. You understand? And that is what she should be. If she hasn't done that already, that is what she should be doing. That we know Nigeria. They can pay somebody to remove your medical document.
She has.
Okay.
Okay,
but
she has those
that
documents
she's
down.
Claiming autoimmune disease, and the report of the medical report she has is not tallying with what she's saying. The thing is that, like Soyoyo said, if she has a good lawyer, it might work out for her. But my issue is that, does she have a good lawyer? Can she afford that kind of lawyer? It's looking like Oga Sule can afford a better lawyer than her.
Definitely.
And a lot of Nigerians are not really interested in this case because they feel like you are following married man. You understand? Wow. People are not really giving her that attention, and it's been dragging. The whole thing has been dragging. I feel like they might not end up in court. They might settle out of court. But the issue with settling out of court is that somebody like Halima, at this place she is, if the money he gives her ever finishes, she will come back. Unless she has something.
Then again, what I have to say now, based on what Rosie said, Halima should go and find a job. She said her bleeding has stopped. She should go find a job. She's still a young.
She won't get job for Nigeria. People were relevant for the longest time, never get job.
That woman cannot find a job now. She needs to recover physically. She needs to recover mentally.
See, that is me, okay? Sometimes I have less or little pity on people who know what is right and don't do it. They know what they are doing is wrong and they continue to do it. I can forgive her at the point of being ignorant and novice that she didn't know this man was married. But the part you now know that the man is married and even a pastor, you went on enjoying the money. You guys enjoy the money in peace. Don't come and give me pieces. I don't have pity for people like that. Honestly, I don't. Let this serve as a warning to all the young girls looking up to fake celebrities as their role model. I've done live streams severally here talking about what? Do not look up to anybody as your role model. Okay, look at what Lumsey shared. The mother was even introducing a daughter to a man. So sometimes parents are not even qualified to be role models. So the thing is that
some of them are not qualified. You know, we had this discussion, was it yesterday, when we are talking about some parents not even being qualified to become role models because they are the ones even pressuring their young girls. Trust me, it is no longer what it was on Mami Fetch's live stream. We were even talking about it, yes, that it is no longer as it used to be in the past, where a mother will ask, where did you get this thing from? Today is go and get that thing. They are not asking you where did you get it from. No, go and get it. Look at Amaka. Look at Chidebere. Look at Nnamdi. Look at this. This one built house for the mother, especially in this era of show up on Instagram. Our parents are equally watching Instagram these days. They see the people that are building and buying houses for their parents. They see those that are buying cars. You fold your hand. They name Mama thank ma. Mommy thank ma. They will be the one to send you out of house that they cannot continue to feed a 20-year-old lady. They can't continue to feed them mommy thank ma. While others are building houses and buying cars, you're still at home doing good money, mommy thank ma. Papa, go and pack the plate, go and wash the plate. No, they don't. No. This era is era of buying cars and building houses. The competition is high. Somebody raised the bar recently, and parents are watching. Somebody just raised the bar, and unfortunately, people are see. Let me tell you, you see, since that day, that young lady that is working hard on YouTube made that video of the house. Trust me, so many are beginning to find ways to also meet up. Was it not how many years ago? What is her name? Blair used their Onyeze house, okay, on social media. Few years down the line, she has opened her own house. We don't know. And I'm going influencing job that they are doing. They have multiple streams of income, putting pressure on young people. Like, see, yes, I don't get how many multiple streams of income I get. Nobody can come and put me under pressure. You cannot go and sleep with Bishop. Bishop will carry tithe and offering that children of God gather together. Bishop will gather, apostle and the rest of them, they will gather the money and give to one young lady. You come and intimidate me. No, I have refused to be intimidated.
No, Spice, the thing is that because you're now mature and all of that, they will not intimidate you. But how about a 17-year-old girl, 18-year-old girl? They get this pressure. At some point in our lives, we felt it. There is this young girl I mentored when I was in the bank. She was a copper that they brought to us and all of that. This girl, her father was asking her, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? The girl cry every weekend. She now wants to run away from her house. She will tell her father she's going to my house. So I had to go visit them in their home so that she will introduce me to her father, for her father to know where my daughter is going to. Do you understand? So every weekend, this girl will be in my house. Why was she running away?
As the marriage is not poverty alleviation program.
No, the man just wanted, because the mother at the time was in the village, no longer with their father. So the step wife was putting pressure. And again, to worsen the whole thing, her younger sister just got married. So she was not married. So when the girl now told the father, Papa, you know, I'm going to write it. I'm single and such, marry me. You're going to be the one that will paste it on my back. So when I'm walking, people will know that I need a husband.
Oh.
Is that bad? So I was like, I tried to talk. I said, as a daughter, I never marry you. And I senior this girl. She's just a copper that was serving with us. Copper, maybe she was 22, 23. Me, I never married. But she's already feeling the pressure. When are you getting married? So the thing is this, the culture we've taken the culture out from our system. We are now living a life of desperados, a life of greed. Go and grab because Mazi Okeke's daughter did. Go and marry because your mates are married. The society has influenced everything we are now doing. But the thing is, a young adult that is on Instagram, when I mean young adult, 18, 19, they're the ones feeling the Papaya X will come and flaunt one thing. Bobrisky is competing with women. James Brown competing with. So there is so much they are consuming at the same time. And then when you now get back home, you think, okay, thank God I want to relax. Your mother is saying, hey, just don't attack everywhere. What would you say?
Aside Nigerian police. Sorry, let me welcome some persons here. Gioma Kitchen, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Olivia, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. Please kindly hit the like button. If you're watching this stream from the background, come in, jump into the conversation and smash the like, okay? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate every one of you here. Aside Nigerian police. Some parents have even watched the Nigerian police. Park well. Ngwa, bring the money. I think they had one tree planted somewhere. They have sent the young lady out to go pluck in money. Now look at how many, do you know that some people are actually dying in silence? They can't even come out to speak. Some women, as we speak, are too ashamed to even come out to mention the men of God or the supposed or the self-acclaimed, self-professed men of God that they are dealing with, even while they are watching what Halima is going through. They can't open their mouth. Their situation is so critical. They can't talk.
So, host, I hope I will find. There is a post on Lindy Cage about a young girl that saying that she wished her mother would rot in jail. Because of what the stepfather was, doing. She went to jail and all of that. The mother knew, but she complained to the mother about.
I screen grabbed that. I actually wanted to talk about it tomorrow. So, I want to make a video on that.
So you guys can
I just grabbed it.
The pressure is the pressure for these people to remain in the marriage is there, because look at the child that a lover and the mother, the two kids that they were using as punching bag. So think about it. A lot of ills are.
This is their children, yeah. Biological father and mother, not stepfather, not stepmother. Biological father and mother.
The man is not.
Welcome the Chiefs family.
The man is not
their father. Okay, the woman is, biological mother. The guy is their stepfather. A biological mother watching another man take advantage of her children, and she can't. She even contributed. She can't do anything to protect this young girl. She suffered. She was locked up by the biological father.
Again, host. When you now want to speak against the ills. You understand? People benefiting from these ladies will come after you. Nedu today is also being called out. Nedu said something today in their podcast. He said that those girls going to Big Brother, they are just going there to look for customers. You understand? They don't have substance, but they're just going there with their ekus. That's all they have to offer. Then that guy that attacked him before came back again to attack. They don't want you to say the truth because.
The society is not ready for the truth.
They're not ready.
They're not ready for the truth.
It's gonna continue. Everybody in the society should take a portion to this. But I'm saying it and I'm going to say it because I want to step down. Let this Halima's issue sound as a warning to all those young girls, all those gold diggers looking for a pastor to go and to make you a millionaire. Looking for a married man to make you a millionaire. Just know that all that glitters is in gold. For the fact that they are giving you all those things, you don't know what they are taking away from you. We believe in African tradition. And in our place, juju works. Some people don't believe it. You understand? In Western, I will know what's juju. They will not understand what you're saying. But we know those things are there. Those evils are there. So people should be able to know that if you
was it not yesterday? I had this conversation. I don't know who I had it with. Was it you? I had this conversation yesterday about bringing our four into the courtroom. As we bring Quran, we bring the Bible. Let there be all four, because we have three religions in Nigeria. It is not just the Christianity and the Islamic religion. We equally have the traditional worshippers, those who believe in tradition. Bring all four into the court, so that as you are swearing, you swear to the three. How do you have the mind? Come and swear. Apostle will swear on four, swear on Quran and swear on Bible. Let the one that is stronger strike him down.
Even in the courtroom, they will only ask you, are you a Christian or a Muslim? Anyone you said you are, they would use that particular Bible.
But don't you think it's about time they amend this? Because we equally have traditional worshippers in Nigeria who are not neither Christians or Muslims.
You know why? The court is common law. Common law is from England. So that is their tradition. That is the way they do things. So that one is not going to work. Okay, I want to say this. I feel so sorry for Halima, but sometimes one part of me doesn't want to feel that sorry. You understand? Because we have two sides of the brain. This side is saying sorry, and this part of my brain is not saying sorry. But why do I feel sorry for her? Because she's ill. Okay, I pray that she gets better and recover. And also, as I'm praying that she gets better, I'm also praying for her to cut away from greed and stop asking for money. Because all the money she enjoyed, if she had saved those money at the time, maybe by now she would not be asking for money. But they were getting those money, using it to oppress those that did not have sugar daddies that were funding them, or torment them in the industry. Those that cannot come up, they use it to oppress people instead of saving for a rainy day. Now that the chiefs are down is like this for her, she should be able to find healing. And finding healing and finding closure. With her court case, Suleiman is not going to win 100%. If you're talking about defamation, he might not even win any defamation suit, because his own character is a big question. They are going to tear him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Halima has a good lawyer, they will shred Suleiman on the stand there, shred him into nothing, and he walks zero. And once you don't have any credibility anymore, there is nothing for the court to offer. They won't give you any judgment in your favor. Because all those people that they've slept, if she has evidence of all the people that Suleiman has been with in and out, the lawyer will use it to, you said this, okay, you're asking for the, which character are we even protecting here? Is it the one that has been already defamed by a Stephanie Ogodo? My lord, I've tendered this as evidence in Stephanie Ogodo's case. They will refer to that case. That is a public record. Is it the one?
And not just Stephanie Ogodo, but there are other women that have come out before. The evidence is on social media, just to get them out.
Absolutely. So basically, he will not get a thing when it comes, if it's only defamation he's asking for. You understand? The character is already a questionable character. There is nothing to protect on the character. So based on that, Halima has a good case. But Halima should stop depending on public funds to be able to get her life going. She should figure out what she can get her hands doing. Because when you dirty your hands in looking for business to do, job to do, a lot of people wake up as early as 3 a.m. to put food on the table. That is legitimate income. That is what people should take pride in, what you get by yourself, making money by yourself. Take pride of it. Even if it's 50 naira you make in a day, beat your chest and say, you know what, Jehovah, I thank you for today. All this greed, I want to see. I live in a world whereby there are, in fact, whenever you enter any mall in the US, you're seeing designers. So because designers, I should jump into it and kill myself when I can afford it, and then I'll start looking for who to scam to afford it. Greed. People should stop being greedy. Contentment. Let's welcome it back to our lives. Let contentment be your order of the day. Father, I have just water and orange to eat as breakfast. I'm going to eat that orange, drink my water, and I thank you because I'm going to eat lunch in the afternoon. Looking at shawarma when you cannot afford it. So with that, host, I wish them well, but I know there is no case here because there is nothing to protect. There is no character that is being defamed. The character has been long defamed, and you can call it anything you want. So the lawyers know what to do, but I pray she has a good lawyer, not a charge and bail lawyer. With that, I'll take my leave. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for this amazing contribution. And you guys have heard it from Uyoyo. This thing is nothing but greed. Lomzi, you are okay. I got your message now. Can we hear from you before you step down? this whole thing
Okay,
now?
dear. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, but anyway, I don't have much to say. Let me just leave it for now, because Halima
No,
coming out with this now, I don't. I'm not sure she's going to get anything. Really, I'm
she
not sure.
won't. Hmm.
She won't. She
Wow.
won't.
Anyways,
And just
let's
like
see
you
how
said
it goes.
earlier on, that this would end out of the court, because in fact, for me, the two of them don't even have anything to talk about. Yeah,
Hmm.
they don't have anything. So nothing. They will not. There's not. They will settle out of court. Just forget it. You will hear it very
Well,
soon. You will hear they now dropped the case. This one, that's Nigeria for you.
hmm.
You're asking her for one
Let's
million.
hope they
1 million.
do.
What? Eh?
No, go on. I said, let's hope they settle out of court and drop this
They
whole thing,
will
because
settle
these
out.
are two grown adults that had intercourse, decided to go to bed, did all their dirty things behind the curtains, and then right now they're coming to put it in our face. I mean, Alima is not a child, I know, in as much as I feel sorry for her, but like I said, the aim of this live stream is to make a wake-up call to ladies who are out there still relying and depending on these rich politicians. You don't know what some of them soil their hands into. You don't know the dirty things they do. These politicians, these businessmen, these supposed men of God with questionable character. Apostle is always in the news. He's always in the news for controversial issues. Every time it is him, he's not the only man of God in Nigeria. He is not. But I
He's
wish
the
that he
only
will do something and they will settle out of court. Yeah, you say what?
he's the only one with the golden stick. He's
I
the
think that's what somebody said. Is it the only one with golden bola? Now, what kind of bola does he have that all these female celebrities will be all around him every time they're all around him? It is one. If it's not this person, and they're not even talking about. You don't even hear about small girls. It's so called all these big girls with big God. I be small girls
see.
with
Let me
big
tell you.
gods in the
Let
industry.
me tell you. Let me tell you. You see, when Nollywood started, the this Igbo this thing producers from Onitsha, when they go to their native doctor, they will tell them that if you they will tell them the people that are stars that will make their movies move fast. That's the same idea they have. A celebrity
Wait,
is already somebody that has stars.
hold on. Like these producers, can you come again, please?
What I'm saying is, you were asking why is it that they go for these big girls, these celebrities, all
Yeah,
that and all that.
yeah.
And I'm trying to point out that for them, they believe somebody that is already a celebrity is already somebody that have good luck. If we have to do something, let's do with these people that have good luck already. That have So that's what those days of Onitsha people making movies. Let them not come after me. They will go and check who, if this one that is coming now. This thing, her face go movie. You go do this one. That's what they do before if that their native daughter tells that this face, I no go make any this thing. They will not. You will not star in any movie. That's the first thing they will do. Eh?
No, I said then they hear so and I look things that happening. So they make inquiries, find out who has stars, who the star is still working, is still shining, and then they go for that person, dim or steal the person's star. Only then will help you if you no longer have the star on your head.
It's not, they are not stealing your stars. They just want to know if you have good luck. If your face
What is
can
the
sell.
essence of trying to know? What is the essence of trying to know?
To know if your face will sell their movie. That if you have good luck.
Okay.
You know, first, well, if you want to come buy market, they will say, I hope say your face they move market. Have you heard something like that? Okay. Something like that. And these people already are market people. They are market people. So anything they are doing, they want to know what is going to sell their market. Is this face a selling face?
Okay. 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 Now I get it. So now I understand what you are saying.
So all these men of God that always go, they will go and be looking for celebrities. That's the mentality again. They want to go and look for the one that they are sure. This one, it be like say it's just like somebody that wants to check if this woman can give birth. You go and marry the one that has already given birth to one girl at home.
And they go and marry that one.
No, for one old man that they. I'm talking too much now.
No, I wouldn't even agree to go and marry that one. You know, you mentioned men who want to be sure that the woman is the one they will do is to mark her pregnancy. If she's not getting pregnant, they will dump her. They don't care to know if the problem is theirs or not. Okay. But these pastors, why are they always going after these celebrities? Don't you think there is more to them going after the celebrities, wanting the celebrities?
That's what I'm telling you.
Maybe there is something they have seen. The glory of that celebrity.
That's what I'm telling you. They are going after. They don't need to go and start looking for going to this thing to go and check.
Oh, I think your network. Okay, Nigerian network have just started. Yeah, Lumsey, I don't know if you can drop and come back to conclude because you just froze here right now, okay? If you can drop and come back in, please kindly do so. Honestly, while we're waiting for Lumsey, you see, this thing we are saying here, it may look like as if we're just talking, but if you know what is going on behind closed doors, especially for those who are always going to consult pastors, always pastor, you believe so much in their power, in their prayers, in their anointing, in their abilities. You don't believe in your own prayers, in what you can do for yourself spiritually. Relying on these people, some of them are very, very, I don't want to use the word DEVI, you know, the things they do. You come in there as someone who wants to just consult, who needs prayer from a pastor. They look at you, they can see your glory, they can see your stars. Whether we like it or not, these things are spiritual. They can see it and they know who they can collect from. They know who they can take from. As we speak, a lot of young ladies are in tears behind closed doors. They are not courageous enough to come out and speak like Halima. A lot are sick. Many are going through one calamity or the other. One calamity is befalling them from one to the other. They know what is happening to them. But they can't come out. They can't speak. They are afraid to talk. They are ashamed to speak. Welcome, Tanya Brown. Thank you so much for coming, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you. They are too ashamed and too afraid to come out and speak. And I don't blame them. We live in a society that is judgmental. If they come out, of course, just like many are throwing stones at Halima right now, instead of getting the sympathy, what they might get is criticism, and which may worsen their situation. Or do we even talk about the guys? This is not just for the women. Even the guys are not left out. Some of these Nollywood actors, they are not left out. They know what they do behind closed doors with some of these men of God. Some of them are the other way. They swing both ways. Like I mentioned in one of my live streams about one pastor that was swinging both ways. He wanted to swing his junior pastor, and the junior pastor refused, and that was the issue that that started between the both of them, and that was how their relationship hit the rock. And the junior pastor had to come out and say his truth. Greed is taking over. Young ladies must just learn to be careful. Okay, Lamze, I understand. Young ladies, be careful. Not all that glitters is gold. We can't say this enough. We can't say this enough. After service, carry your handbag and your Bible and return home. After service, pack your bag, your Bible, whatever it is you came to church, turn back and start heading home. Go home. All this one-on-one counseling is the problem. This is where their relationship starts from. Some people in the church who pastors are taking advantage of is from this one-on-one counseling. Before they lay hand and lay leg, they start deliverance from the chest and bring the deliverance hand, the anointed hand down to the down below. Let's be careful. How many more are out there suffering in silence? How many more are out there in pain, in tears? They don't know what is wrong with them. They've been going from one church to the other. They've been going from one native doctor to the other. Yet there is no solution in sight. No solution in sight. I was listening to a conversation between a pastor and one American lady, one African lady from from Kenya, and the pastor, the things the pastor wanted to do with her, he didn't know that she was recording the conversation. He didn't know. And she was asking, okay, the person was actually a journalist, but disguised as, because somebody already came out with the truth on the kind of deliverance this pastor was conducting in the church. Uses his mouth to suck their bobby in the name of deliverance. Or is it those ones that put their Ebola inside the woman in the name of deliverance? The worst are those looking for the fruit of the womb. These women are taking advantage. These women, if you know what these women go through, pastors take advantage of a lot of women looking for the fruit of the womb because they are very desperate, and a desperate woman will do anything. They want to put their Ebola inside to put in the anointed seed. Deposit the anointed seed, or help the husband to open the way for his own semen to swim in. This journalist put the pastor on speaker without the pastor knowing it, and was asking the guy, why do you do your deliverance like this? He said, yes, that is how, this is the instruction given to him by God. This is how he does his own deliverance. He will have to, he said, do you have to put your mouth, do you have to suck the woman's nipple? He said he has to suck out the demon or the spirit that is in her breast. Any woman having that, he will have to suck it out with his mouth. Are we even talking about the one that you will have to put bola for a young lady to be able to get married, and they have to conduct spiritual cleansing, and this is done with the man going in with his bola to conduct deliverance? These things are happening. Desperation. When you see, if your instinct tells you that something is wrong, please believe it and know that something is wrong. We are very sharp. Women are very sharp, but the problem is we are emotional beings. We are too emotional. We allow our emotions to override our sense of reasoning because we are desperate. And when we are too desperate, we don't think logically. If a man wants to have intimacy when you are flowing, or you have intimacy when you are, with a man and then you are flowing, is it not supposed to be a red flag? That is where your whole antenna is supposed to be at alert. This is not the era of ignorance. We live in a time of knowing, like this is a time of light. We hear things, we see things. It is no longer that era where we say, I don't know. No, you don't know because one, you don't want to know, or you are too afraid to question. You are too afraid to question that man that is bankrolling you. You don't care about the health implication. You don't even care about the spiritual implication. You don't care if this man is gone after this thing. Now, if you not wake up the following day, you don't care. So long as there is 1 million sitting cool in your account, you are okay. How many more Halima Abubakar do we have out there dying in silence who can even come out to speak their truth? This will do a lot of damage to her. In as much as we know it is good to speak out, moving forward, it's not going to be easy for this young lady. It's not going to be easy for her to get a job now. It will be easy for her to do business with anyone. People are afraid. You want to deal with her, you're worried about the spiritual implication. What if there is something in her already that may affect you? Are we even talking about settling down? How many young men after this whole thing now will come out and say, oh, Halima Abubakar, I love you so much. I want you to be my wife. How many men out there, let us be sincere to ourselves, how many guys out there will come out to say, Halima, after this 3 removal now, I still love you. No matter the love, every young man wants to be very careful. Even if she says that her womb is still intact, you're going to think about the spiritual implication of settling down with her. This is why we have to be careful. Think first before we act. The consequences of our actions sometimes is very, very big. The prize ahead is bigger than the fun, the enjoyment of today. Can any young man now in the next 2, 3, 4 years now come out and say, Halima Abubakar, I love you so much. I want to marry you despite the negativity, not the Muslim, not the Christian. She is just on her own right now. It's going to take the grace of God for her to settle down. Let us always think that it is not just about money. The consequences of our action is big. That is what we call restitution. I'm always saying it. Now her image has been messed up. In as much as we know there are people giving her shoulders to lean on right now, people who are there with her, those people will never allow their brother get anywhere close to Halima. They will never, no matter how much they love Halima, even her best friend, her bestie, will not even allow her own brother get close to Halima Abubakar for relationship, talk more of marriage. These are the prices people pay for doing certain things without thinking. As for Apostle Suleiman, his members will always be there to support him. Those ones who believe that their pastor is the most anointed man of God. Their apostle is the most spiritual. His hands are very, very clean. He's the powerful. So as we are now on this live stream, every one of us want to believe that our pastor is the best, that our spiritual head is the best. They are without any blemish. In fact, they can never, ever do. If only God should open your eyes to see what that your own pastor is doing, you are going to weep. You are going to run away. But we are too religious. With all these things going on, apostle is always in the news. There are people who will still hit their chest. The wife knows all those things. Are we expecting her to leave? No way. Are we expecting her to run away? No way. Are we expecting the wife to say, my husband, no, you are always in the news. You are always in the news. I can no longer take it. No way, the money is there. The friend is there. She is Mommy G.O. She is Mommy G.O. She will always come out to support her husband. She will always stand by her husband. She will always protect him. She will always fight for him. It is you that is sitting down in that church that carry this man on your head. You don't know. Mommy G.O. may know. She may be privy to all this. She is aware of everything going on. But this is her husband. Are you going to blame her? No. It is the young lady that knew that this man is a married man and he's a pastor, an apostle that has big congregation like this, that people are going to blame. That is the young lady everybody's going to blame. Not the pastor's wife. When she found out about the man's identity, his true identity, that he is a pastor and he's married with children, did she end the relationship? No. She continued with that illicit affair. Not even afraid that anything could happen. Well, Halima told me she never suspected that something could be fishy about Suleiman. Can she say the truth that she never suspected anything odd about this man? Even when she found out there are other issues about him on social media, can she truly say she never suspected or she never had this fear, this silent fear deep inside that there is something awkward about him? especially with the bleeding. And she said he just likes it, that he said he likes it that way. How can a man want to always like it when you're bleeding? No suspicion at all whatsoever. Let's be careful. This word is deep. If you don't believe in spiritual things, please believe today. The word is deeper than you and I can see. A lot is going on that we don't know. In the spiritual realm, believe it. As you go to church, please pray for the spirit of discernment. Let God open your eyes to see certain things. Have the spirit of discernment is going to help you. So that when you step into a place, you sense it that this place is not pure. This place is not holy. A church was brought down last year in Nigeria, and when they were digging up the foundation, they found human skulls. Human skulls on the altar. The foundations of the church, the face of the church was, the foundation was littered with human heads. This is a well-known church in Lagos. Pray for the spirit of discernment as you go in there. I know your pastor is good. You trust your pastor, Apia, but please trust God more. And believe that these people, do not trust them 100%. Believe that they are human beings and they are bound to make mistakes. They are fallible. They can make mistakes. They can do dirty things. We live in an era where people are desperate for money. We live in an era where people want to show off. We live in an era of competition, high competition. The competition in the church today is so high. This person builds 500,000 seating capacity auditorium. The other one wants to build 1 million. The competition is high. Who are the people they're looking for? You and I are the people they're looking for to come and become the members. And why do they need you and I? For your money. You might say you don't have money. The people going to church are poor. One naira, $1 put together can make up good money. They are not looking for a small congregation. No, the competition is for large congregation, where they perform all sorts of miracles, and you buy into it. All the abracadabra that they do. How many more Halima Abubakar are in the church today crying? They are too ashamed to come out. They can't even speak. I have witnessed something worse than that. I have seen a little girl give up because of the, I don't know, dirty activity of a pastor. Let's be careful. As you are entering, you're going in. Pray to God to open your spiritual eyes. That is the reason. I know if he shouts, it's the reason I removed my 2 legs from church. And I am so happy and fulfilled. Because my spiritual being matters to me. My spirituality matters so much to me. I want to know God more and more, one-on-one. I want to establish that personal relationship with God. I want to get to know God. I want to deal with him one-on-one. I want to establish that bond, that closeness. I want to have it. Not with man, not with one daddy, not with one mommy. Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. He came to you, you accepted. Yeah, you accepted, knowing he is married. He showers her with money, and she even cooked for him and knows he is his best dishes, and still went ahead to do 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Jeremiah girls, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, and thank you for that thumbs up. When she said that he comes over and then she cooks for him, she knows his favorite meals and all that, and you know he's married. Come on. Know God for yourself and be careful, especially women who are always quick to jump from one church to the other. We are the most gullible. Women are the ones falling prey in the hands of these wolves. From one church to the other, every church, anywhere they say there's a crusade, anywhere they say there's a powerful man of God that is laying hand. In fact, if you just one hand like you, Everybody will follow. You grab your handbag. One is raining already. One Igbo guy, Ebuka. Before you say Jack, 1, 2, 3, a lot of people say Ebukobi, Ebukobi. Let's be careful. Everything is not about miracles. There are certain things that happen to you that are not spiritual. Why don't you go to the hospital and let them run a diagnosis? Let them know what is wrong with you first before you start running from one pastor to the other. You hear there's a powerful man of God, boom. Instead of going to the hospital, you prefer going to that man of God. I am not saying God is done with miracles. God is still in the business of performing miracles. But hello, he equally gave doctors the wisdom and the understanding to help us. It is not just about spiritual things. Everything is not spiritual. Certain things are physical. Go to the hospital. How do you live your life? Thank you so much, James. Thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate you. How do you live your life? Apart from living a godly life, physically, do you take care of your health? That is why from the beginning of my live stream, I was saying, has Halima gone to check to be certain that what is wrong with her is not just spiritual? If she can come out and say 3, what if it is more? What if she has done more than that? What about all the posting or 2? What about all the crest, Andrew liver salt and the rest of all those preventive measures? What about all those things? What about herbs? And because these men don't keep to one woman, you don't know. It is not just you he might be dealing with. He could also be dealing with 3, 4, 5 other women in their menses. I don't know how they sleep with their wives after this. I don't know how they go to bed with their wives. I don't even know how their wife feels so comfortable to open up to them, knowing fully well what they do out there. Are they in it together? We don't know. That is why you, who is not sure, need to be careful. Stop carrying him on your head that he's perfect. Stop trusting him completely, 100%. You can only trust God. Trust your maker, 100%, not man. I can't beat my chest right now to trust on any human being, 100%. Only God, my maker. Only God that gave me life. He is the only one I can put my trust in 100%, not on man. In our quest for money, let's be careful. Young ladies, please be careful. Things are happening. Is it, let's not even, are we even talking about just this? What about those that have disappeared? Those that they have used their paths for power, for wealth. Go to Lagos, women are disappearing every blessed day because there is no proper documentation. You don't even know. Families will look for their daughters. They don't see. They'll just believe that she has gone to Abuja, she has gone to Sokoto, she has gone to Kafanchan. They don't know. The young lady never returns. One day on my way to work, I found people gathered, and then what was inside the bag you were looking at? Human body, it's a mess. It was a gory sight. A young lady. Let's be careful. Be careful in our quest for money. The love of money is driving so many people nuts. It has made so many people so blind that they don't want to see. Mommy Fechi, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mommy. Our latest grandma, our newest grandma. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming, ma'am. Let's be careful and learn to be contented. Contentment is like, when they say patience is a virtue, you see contentment, should I say contentment is a virtue as well? Be contented. Stop looking at those women on Instagram. The likes of Papaya that will use 5 million and 7 million for cake alone. A young lady building mansions. You don't know her source of income. Why do you want to compete with her? Why are you putting yourself under pressure to meet up? These fingers are not equal. They are not equal. We didn't come into this world at the same time. Even if we did, our destinies differ. Our gifts differ. Our purpose on earth here differs. You look at celebrities, you see them looking also gorgeous. You see their skin like milk. They tell you the cream they use is 300,000 on their skin. And you, a youth copper, or you just graduated, you want to use the same cream. Latest iPhone 14, you want to buy it. Your father is struggling. Your parents are struggling. You want to compete with them. Why unnecessary pressure? Why unnecessary pressure? Why can't we just live and be contented with what we have? This is the reason young ladies are falling into the hands of ritualists, the hands of kidnappers, in the hands of 419ers, the hands of Yahoo Plus guys, the hands of fraudsters, blackmailers, the hands of devilish pastors. This is the reason. Because they want more. They are not satisfied. They want more. How long? How many more of our kind are out there suffering, in tears, in pain? Take a look at her picture. Halima used to be a very beautiful young lady. Now look at what is left of her. See what is left for her, or for what? It's nothing but greed. I feel sorry for her. I really do feel sorry for her. And I know if she's given the chance right now, if she could turn back the hands of time, she will never, if she could see that this is how the whole thing is going to end up, she wouldn't have even agreed to it. But even if she doesn't, another young lady would have, just like many more out there. I hope he doesn't win the case, because if he does, she's in trouble. I just pray he doesn't win the case. Because if he does, where is she ever going to get the money from? Where will she get the money from? Say, young lady, you are having something with a pastor. It is about time you retrace your step. Don't say your case is different. Don't think that your pastor is godly, so he will not do anything devilish. You don't know. If you're having an affair with a married man, it's already an issue. Talk more of a man that says he's a man of God. Because no true man of God will go to bed with a young lady. No true pastor will have illicit affair. No true anointed man of God will descend solo to do this, unless there is something he's getting from it. Because this is not just about pleasure for them. There is more. They need to build their congregation. They need to be famous. They need powers to perform miracles. Do you think all these things come free? No, nobody gives it to them free. They have to sacrifice something. So the fact that you go to bed with a man of God should tell you that that man is into something. He can't be a true man of God and be going down with you. He can't be. This is already a red flag. That should tell you that there is something wrong. If it's for fun, his wife is there to give him the fun. He's looking for more. Miracles that he will wave his handkerchief like this, 1,000 will fall down. He will melt. People are falling. And look at this, and I weep for this generation. You see a pastor who hold just on his microphone. You see people falling left, right, and center, except the cameramen and the ushers. Don't you guys sit down to even question some of these so-called miracles? Don't you just sit down and ask yourself truly, what kind of miracle? Did Jesus perform such miracle while on earth? Did Jesus wave his hand and multitudes were falling left, right, and center? Did he do like, only magicians do that? While on earth, did Jesus ever do like, and people were falling left, right, and center? Go back and look at his life. He healed the blind, the sick. He gave food to the hungry. What do your pastors now, what do? All they do is to just wave hand and people are falling, giving fake and false prophecies. I can see your date of birth on your forehead. They call out your phone number. Let's be careful. Trust in God alone. Believe in God alone. Let all your trust be in Him, your Maker. And He will grant your heart desires. For money is something that anyone can have if God wills it. And through the work of your hand, you can actually make it. And if God wills it, you can make it. After all, are there no people who have won lotteries that run into millions? They didn't work for it. They just put in some numbers and they won the lottery that rose into just this January. Just this January. In Brazil here, the lottery that was won was 500 million reais. 500 million reais, that's like how many million US dollars? One person won it. So if God says that you're going to be rich, you are going to make your money, it's going to come overnight, trust me, it can still come overnight. But do not soil your hands. Do not soil your hands in what you don't know, what you don't understand. Mommy said it is so sad. I have a video tomorrow about this so-called pastor. You see? And we are so looking forward to the video. He's always in the news, always in the news. And as we speak, there are young ladies. In fact, he has a permanent one right now. And rumor has it that one has a child for him. As we speak, that one will be saying, "It's not my portion. He already promised me." Sister, there is no promise, no guarantee. You don't know what tomorrow holds. Why gamble with your life? Any pastor that would descend so low, forget this kind, she tempted him. He's human beings. He's a human being. He's bound to make mistakes. He can fall into temptation and all that. Trust me, any man of God, any pastor that is into illicit affair, trust me, he's not doing it for fun. He doesn't know God. He's not doing it for fun. He's doing it for other reasons you don't know. You have to be careful. There are people who stay at home. They worship God. They pray at home. And they're very, very happy. During the pandemic, people were not going to churches. I know you might say, hey, online, they had their services online. There are those without internet. All they did was to pray. In fact, during the pandemic, families now learned to pray together. Did you not have the sick back then? What happened? Life goes on. People prayed at home. They did their offering at home. They reached out to the needy more. People had more personal relationship with God during the pandemic. Why all this running helter-skelter? Running left, right, and center, looking for miracles. Because what the world is looking for today is not God. Their heart is not panting after God. They are not thirsty for God. They are looking for miracles. During the time of Jesus, the sick were there. The sick were there. We had the sick. Were all of them healed? No. Why this rush for miracle? See young boys with their punk or with their Jericho hair performing miracles. Miracle is nothing today. What kind of miracles? How many blinds have you seen that were healed, that their eyes were open? How many lame have you seen today? And if not the arranged ones, if not the fake miracles, how many real blind? Have you taken a real blind person that you know to these pastors and they were healed? Have you taken a real cripple to them and they were healed? Have you taken someone really sick to them and they get healed? Apart from the arrangee, I have personally seen this arrangement. Kasala boss for church, everywhere scatter. Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. Establish a personal relationship with God. Stop trusting completely. Stop relying on these people 100%. They are human beings. They are human beings. This is business for a lot of them in Nigeria. And for that business to move forward, they need to do certain things for that business to move. And I'm appealing, I'm begging, young ladies, please, before rounding up, the moment you hear the man is married, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You not to talk of hearing that the man is a pastor. If you don't know, at least it is different. But finding out is enough for you to retrace your step. But the love of money is the weakness of many. May God help us. I pray that Halima heals. I pray that God will intervene. I pray that God will stretch forth his miraculous hand. Have mercy on this young lady. Give her true healing, permanent healing, so she can come back to herself. She has truly repented of whatever she has done. She has truly repented, that God will heal her, forgive her. Because it's not just about a pastor. What about the innocent souls that were, gotten rid of? What about those ones? May God help us. I pray she seeks counseling and stop this talking on social media. The case is in court already. She should stop granting others interviews so she will not weaken her case. Gather evidence and wait for the rainy day, because she will be needing this evidence in court. For everyone praying with her, praying for her, thank you so much, because she's still alive. Like we say, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. We all sin in our different ways, we all sin daily, by the words of our mouths, by the thoughts of our hearts, in what we have done, what we have failed to do as human beings. We all sin, and we ask God for mercy. So right now, it is mercy, mercy, mercy on Halima that I am praying for. Mercy. And as for the pastor, I pray that God will arrest him. God will arrest him. And if he's not ready to change, his day of reckoning is coming. Because he cannot continue to destroy young ladies' lives for his own selfish interest. Mercy on Halima. Mercy. Mercy. Thank you, everyone. Your Maya girls, I really appreciate you. Mommy Fechi, thank you so much. Grace Adelaga, you are awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Getting it right with Olivia, Vicky's Corner. Thank you, Oyoyo Mwanyoma. Thank you, D. AA, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Cornelius Okudili, James, thank you so much. And Delicious Kitchen, thank you. Lumsy Souls, Lumsy, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Rosie Cash, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for that awesome contribution. Tanya Brown, thank you. I appreciate you, Queen. The Cheese family, thank you so much. Juba Bruce, thank you. Every one of you, your contribution here on this live stream, I do not take it for granted, okay? May God bless you all. Gioma Kitchen, thank you so much. Thunder Scorpion, I appreciate you. Thunder Scorpion, thank you so much. Rebecca LePrince, thank you. The People's Choice, thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. Do have an amazing night rest. And I pray that God will give us a living conscience to be able to do the right thing, a living conscience to be able to take the right decision, a living conscience to know when things are going wrong, and also to always remember that He alone giveth wealth. He alone can give riches. He alone gives life, and He alone can take it. And before we take any decision, that we should, the Spirit of God that lives within us will alert us to take the right decision. I really appreciate every one of you. Good night and God bless. Let's meet again here tomorrow, same time. I have an interesting topic I wish to share with every one of you on my live stream tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. In case you haven't given me a thumbs up, you're watching, please kindly hit the like button before you leave, okay? Hit the like. And if you want to replay, for those who be coming across this channel, you want to replay, please replay and drop your own opinion here and your own prayer as well for Halima Abubakar, okay? Good night, everyone. Have an awesome night rest. Bye-bye. Love you all. Good night.